This screencast is going to show you some tips and tricks in moving apps, rearranging them, and deleting them. So first and foremost, you can see that many of my apps have the cloud next to it and a download button. That's where they're unloading them and putting them back in the cloud because I haven't used them in a while, so it clears some of that space up. But all I have to do is to re-get that, I just need to click on it, and it'll start to load and re-bring it onto my iPad. So you can see that that app is being brought back onto my iPad. So with the newest update, there's a new way to rearrange your apps, and this was probably created for somebody like myself because I could never ever hold on to an app and make it wiggle so that I could move it. So if I click and hold down on this Blockly app here, you're going to notice that I get the option for, oh, let's click the home button again, to rearrange the apps or share Blockly. So as I continue to hold, it's going to start to wiggle, and that means that I can start to rearrange the apps or put them into folders. So I have three apps here, the Blockly Go and the one that is being installed onto my iPad right now that all go with the same type of product. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click and I'm going to drag one on top of the other and see that it put it into a category there called education. So I'm going to also take this Go app, I'm clicking and holding and dragging that down, and that put it into education. Maybe I don't want to call it education, I want to call it something else. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that folder there, and notice up top it says education, there's an X. So I can X that out, and I'm just going to simply say dot and dash, and then hit done, and there I go. So I have all those apps. Now, you can also see right below, I have what I refer to as like a systems tray. Those are apps that I use most frequently, and they start to go down there. Or I can, if I want to, I can drag those down there and put a bunch down there as well. And I think I can put 7 on the left and then 3 on the right for a total of 10 altogether. But what I also like to use for that systems tray is, say I wanted to put iTunes U all the way on my front page. So I put that down there, and then I get to my front page, and now I can pull this up, and now it's on my front page. You can see I have 4 total pages because of the 4 dots right above that systems tray. So there's page 2, there's page 3, there's page 4, there's nothing on it. Sometimes I put apps that I don't necessarily use all the time. I put them on there so that I don't see them as often. So rearranging apps and putting them into categories or making them the way you want to make them is a great way to do that by holding it down and making it wiggle or clicking rearrange.